Okay, gamers, we are finally checking out the new A-Life versus the old A-Life. This was a question I asked in the official Stalker 2 Discord, was the A-Life really that good? I've seen the comments that people leave, and people are not enjoying the new Stalker because of they've played the previous ones and they were so much better. So this is me checking it out myself and seeing what's going on. The recommended ZoneSlug A-Life new versus old. So this is what we're going to react and check out today. Okay, a question here. Now, they've said obviously they continue offline afterwards. Does that really matter? If they're continuing offline afterwards, like, I'm not online, so why does that matter? And also, this is going to be an absolute mental take, but in my heart, and I mean this in the kindest and politest way to all the brainiacs and geniuses out there, I personally think we went to a stage where some people got very lucky with the coding, and that's why a lot of people struggle to replicate the coding for certain things nowadays. I think some of it just happened out of luck and like, oh, this works, let's roll with it. We invented this new tech, and then a couple of years later, a decade later, oh, we can't replicate it. So that's just my honest take. I don't know what you guys think, but I personally think that's what happened to some of the games and why newer games just can't replicate that feeling that you get from playing those older games. But I'm gonna shut up and just continue. The Stalker 2 stats, isn't that for like the multiplayer that's coming up? Maybe I'm wrong. Now that's very impressive. Oh, so the PDA was able to provide a lot more information. Okay, and I did question this because in the older games, when I've seen some people play it, they're actively on their PDA, and I also checked some of the Stalker Gamma gameplay as well, because everyone says I need to play Gamma until the official mod support is released for Stalker 2. So I understand now. So that is literally, you can track those enemies. That is impressive. Hands up. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay. Now I understand why it feels like the enemies spawn on top of you. Especially in the latest 1.3 patch, I feel that enemies are spawning on top of me, and I never experienced that before, but I'm experiencing that a lot with this latest patch. I mean, I get it. At the same time, guys, what? Why does this bit matter? I'm trying to kill them. If I see someone that's a good guy, I don't follow them. I'm trying to follow the enemies, and I understand this, but at the same time, wouldn't this be smart coding? If the player is out of the vicinity, what's the point continuing the coding? We can save time and effort, and just, yeah, they can't see it anyway. They've left, they've gone on to other things. So I don't know. I feel like this is all right because I would never follow them. That's smart coding, man. I feel like that's a waste of coding. Why have them stand there? But then again, this is why we go back to the spawning issue. That's freaking insane. Alright, that's kind of crazy. Like, okay, that's kind of crazy. That's very nice.
Truckers are out cold. Check their pockets, bros.
That's really good. That is actually really good. And I guess I actually would like to see this in the new one because there's certain areas I've gone to, and like you know the thing with the factions, right? I can't remember the guy's name, but you have that little fight with the factions. And sorry to anyone that's not played Stalker 2 anyway, and you kill them. And I would like to have new factions in place. So if I don't like a specific faction, I can neutralize them by killing them and having the other factions rise to power, and I could probably have a better relationship with those. You know what I mean? And yeah, this part of it, I get it now, guys. I get it. I get it. I get this part.
Oh, dude, that was a cool kill. I hit his arm because I...
Ну, подорвали, пацаны!
Alright, look. At least they didn't walk into the electricity, alright? Alright. Look, it's just the radiation in this Stalker 2 is just fried the brains a little bit more. You know what I mean? So the brain cells compared to the other guys, it's different. It's a new decade of radiation. Damn. Old A life is loaded when you start the game, even in other regions. All of them are tracked with stats. God damn. God damn. That's amazing. And if one of those people annoyed you, you can track them down. You know how useful this is to my chaotic skiff? So if someone says something to you and walk away, you can physically hunt them. That's amazing. This makes sense. Okay. I can now say I understand why the offline thing matters. I didn't understand why it mattered earlier on, but you're basically what the game is basically saying is you do not matter. You are on a visa passport into this area of Chernobyl, and the world continues no matter what. So whether you're online or offline, the world just continues and it evolves. That makes for some great playable experience moment. So you'd be able to experience so much in that. That's very impressive. I take it back. That is very impressive tech. But was it luck, or did they physically meant to do that? And if you play the first games, the trilogy, as I currently see what's said in the Discord, I fully understand why you wouldn't like the air life in the new system. Okay, I understand why you wouldn't like the air life in the new system if you've come from this, and I understand now why you guys can't experience Stalker 2 like how I am experiencing it. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. So I get it. I completely get it now, guys, okay? I get it. What? Hold up. So the old ones could search and find artifacts themselves? So if I killed someone, they would have artifacts and stuff on them? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Далековато. А у местных цены... Ёлки, да если подумать, тут выгоднее картошку на продажу.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane. They have the scanner in the hand. I'm assuming that's a scanner, right? Or is that an artifact? But if they have a scanner and they're physically going for the artifacts, so I potentially could be going for an artifact and I could find one of these individuals here searching for the same artifact. Then we could just fight over it, or I'll let him find it, kill him and take it. So many options.
Сажать, чем хабар собирать.
It's a scanner, right?
Dune Awakening is a multiplayer survival game on a massive scale, where the open...
So in Stalker 2, NPCs do not collect artifacts yet. Wait, whoa. What scanner? What scanner was that? I have not come across that scanner at all. Where do I get that scanner? Please, alright, please, listen, guys. Tell me where I get that scanner, because I actually struggle finding artifacts. I'm using the long one with the beep. They've all got the beeps, right? But I'm using like the long. It's like got like little things that go out, little antennas, and it's really long like that. And I'm using one of those ones, and I struggle to find artifacts. So if you know a way how to help me, please help me.
Извиняй, конечно.
Wait, did that anomaly kill him straight away?
Но тебе оно уже без пользы.
Одни тропы нехоженые, и твари некормленные.
Ну ты вообще.
To be honest, the looting has been added into the game now. So they Stalker 2 do well. I've seen it. I don't know if they do it all the time, but on occasions I see the patrols looting enemies now. So looting is a thing. However, I've not tried to kill anybody that's looted something to see if that loots physically on them. So that's something I've not tried.
Еще скажи спасибо, что пули не жалею. Итак, еще немного подождем.
Yes. In Stalker 2, acts weird around.
Прикрывай! Не втыкать! Сейчас фраера припрутся. Ну, доставай водяк. А ну...
I know he was trying to be funny with this one. Unfortunately, newer PCs can't do it. Apart from using cover sometimes. Oh man, I saw what you did. What you did there, ZoneSlug. I saw what you did. A-Life used to attack POIs. What's POIs? So I'm assuming this is something like a base, right? So they'll attack a base of operations and take it over. Or settlements, like. But that's like, is it like a checkpoint? Because that looks like a checkpoint, right? It's not like a settlement, but this is, it's more like a checkpoint from what I've seen. So this is them defending checkpoints. Nah, I don't want it. I don't want that. Nah, you know what? This one can stay the hell out of it. Bloodsuckers are hard enough to kill. This one can stay in the past. We don't want to bring this to the future. I like these bloodsuckers. Well done, guys. This was an amazing change. Absolutely love it. Because the other one, nightmare. We don't want that.
Just
You know what, guys? Very impressive. Thank you, ZoneSlug, for that video, and thank you, Stalker 2 community, for recommending this video to me. I have to say, I get it now. I get it. Because if I spend however many hours playing the previous game, leading up to Stalker 2, for the guys that got in early on Stalker series, and you've added the modded support, it's crazy, right? It's I know this is a bad take, a very bad take, but it would be like going from Skyrim to Avowed, and it's going for like Dragon Age Origin to Dragon Age Veilguard. Difference apart, right? And I get it. I completely get that. But there's some of it I thought, well, if we're out of the area, we don't need to see it, but I can see why you guys want it to matter when you're offline and the fight continues, because it almost makes every new time you log into the game, things can go wild. New settlements can come. You might do a mission for someone, side quest, and go back there and they're not there anymore. They died in combat, or it just creates like a living ecosystem in the game. So I fully understand A-Life now. I fully understand A-Life, and I understand why you veterans can't enjoy the original Stalker. Well, sorry, you can't enjoy the Stalker 2. I understand that. Well, you can't enjoy it as much as you did in the previous past. So I still think Stalker 2 is an amazing game, however. And yeah, the spawning things and things like that, it's a little bit sad. And hopefully I would like it to get there one day, because when it gets there, that would be absolutely amazing if we can get some of that. We don't want the bloodsucker things. Yeah, I don't want that added to the game. They're a nightmare enough as it is. So, no. Well, I hope you guys obviously enjoyed that. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for recommending this video to me. It's helped me gain my knowledge of the Stalker 2 franchise and what was absolutely great back in the day. But I honestly think, though, some of it, what happened was luck with code. I honestly think some of the games back in the day got very lucky with coding. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy. Take care.